Hello and welcome back to Phil's Salvage Rebuild, another video on the channel. So back on the C220 estate, I've had quite a few parts come in over the last few days, so there's a few bits and pieces we can do to get this car a bit closer to being finished. So I'll run through the new bits with you, show you what's turned up, tell you what we're still waiting for, and we'll go from there. So first up, we've got a new headlight. Not new, sorry, it's a second-hand unit, but it's in perfect condition. No cracks in the lens. It's even got all the bulbs in it, if they work, I'm not sure yet. All the tabs are intact, never been broken, so they haven't got any repair marks on them. Third one down there. So really good and happy with that, and it was a good price. So that's the headlight. We've got a new crash bar for the front, which I'm excited to put on, as this will help us line up all the front then, and it'll help us get all these light carriers back into the right position. So yeah, that's going to be fun to install. We have the complete wiring loom for the positive battery lead. So if you remember, this is the part that had failed when the airbags went off, and I've got that link on it at the minute. Show you the link. That's the link bypassing it. So this, I can imagine, is going to be a lot of fun to fit, because that runs down the back of the engine and then plugs into something. Obviously that as well, so getting that installed is going to be a fun job, I can imagine. So we'll do a crack on with that today. What else have I got? I know I talked about repairing this bumper, but I scrapped that idea because some of the tabs are broken on it up here, and I just have no way of securing that back on properly, and this whole plastic piece is bent and knackered, and all the bats are broken on it. So I've got a new one of these coming. It's the whole piece, and I've got a replacement bumper. Now the bumper, I did order a new one, a copy obviously, but a new one, and the one that we want obviously has no washer jets for the lights, but has the parking sensors, and that was the only one that all these different suppliers didn't have. So in the end I've had to buy this second-hand one, and on the outside all it's got is a few scuffs and marks, but we're going to have to paint it. But all the tabs are perfect, everything's perfect on this bumper. The only tiny bit of damage we've got is these little bits are broken off. Now I can fix them, no problem, I've got some plastic. We just need to put some pieces across there, and that won't be an issue at all. And there's just a little bit of just scuff in there, but we've got to rub this bumper down, so that'll get rid of all of that. Other than that, the bumper's in really good condition. So this car's going to have this bumper fit, obviously with painted in the right colour. We've got a new number plate holder coming. I've got a new passenger side fog light, well, DRL, and the grille around it coming. Our driver's side is okay, and the centre grille is perfectly okay. Just needs removing. What I had noticed as well, and another job we'll do today, is the wiring for the parking sensors on the front. We've got some brakes in them. Well, let's put 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 out. 4 broken. A couple in there still okay, so we need to pull all that apart, fix them cables, and we'll take out the centre grille, the bottom plastic moulding, the fog light and the surround, that plastic cornering, all the sensors, ready to go in the new bumper once it's painted. I have a washer bottle on order, so we can't fit that headlight until we put the new washer bottle in. So quite a few jobs there to be cracking on with. That washer bottle is supposed to be coming today as well, but if it doesn't, then I'll just continue recording this video tomorrow, so that we can get quite a bit of progress in this video. But also, I did give it a wash yesterday as well, and the colour is really nice actually. I'm not too sure how well it comes out on camera. It's a really nice metallic colour, and the car's very clean. I couldn't find any substantial marks, except for what we already know about on the rear bumper. So I'm going to have to give that a buff and see if I can sort that out a bit. But all in all, the car's in very good condition. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. So we'll crack on now and start getting through some of these jobs. And I'm going to tackle what I think is going to be the most difficult, and go with that wiring loom down the back of the engine. So this is it. It goes through the bulkhead there and then disappears down there. So this is going to be really interesting. So I'm cracking on with this positive battery lead, and I figured out, unfortunately, this one is a bit different to mine. Mine doesn't have this extra loom after this junction. So mine ends here, and on my car this is a separate lead, and I can't see where this end goes to. So what I've decided to do is, where this soldered joint is here, I'm drilling out this soldered joint, pulling this cable out, and then putting this on my cable. So on this side, I've basically drilled that out of this side already. That's the knackered one. I'm going to do the same on the new one and put this piece on mine, and then that should solve it, because the pyro fuse is exactly the same. So that should solve our problem. You see that end plug there plugs in right up here. So I don't know why there's a difference. The part number is exactly the same, so I don't know why there's a difference in it. But it doesn't matter, that'll solve our problem, that'll get us around the issue. So I'll crack on with that and I'll show you it when it's done. Okay then, so I've got that swapped over. Like I said, I drilled it out on the new one, and then I soldered it back onto our original cable. So that now should be sorted. So we've got no link in there, got the battery connected back up. Let's have a go at starting it, and the key's in the van, so give me 1 minute. I've got the key. Let's try this out. And we're fine. The intake's off, by the way. But anyway, yeah, that runs. That's good. All good there. And like I said, I haven't got the link in there now. The link's gone. So we're back on our pyro fuse there, so that's good. So that's that job done. So let's get this crash bar on then, I think. I'm pretty sure I can get that washer bottle out with the crash bar on. So we're gonna crack on and put the crash bar on now. So that lines up all our headlight brackets. So before we can fit this crash bar, I think it's going to be easiest if we fit the... Or should we just put the crash bar on first? Let's put the crash bar on first, and then we'll fit the horns and the little brackets and pieces and stuff that go on the bottom of it. The crash bar does look slightly, bigger in profile, but I've checked and all the holes match up. So I think it's going to be perfectly fine. So yeah, we'll get that crash bar on first now. It's relatively easy. You've just got two big bolts down there a plate on the bottom, and then you've got the 2 bolts there. Same on that side, shouldn't take no time at all. Alright, so the crash bar's on. I had to undo the end of the chassis leg, this piece, just to get it to have a bit of a play on both sides, just to help line these holes up. But that is now back on and looking good. Happy with that. So now we need to take off all these bits and pieces of brackets. That's for the bonnet latch. Take the horns off, and these brackets obviously do something, so we'll take them off and fit them. We've also got the crash sensors on the back of here we need to take off and refit, so we'll do all that now. Right, there we go. We have got all the brackets back on the crash bar. So that's obviously going to bolt up into there. Not sure where that goes onto right now, but we'll figure that out. In fact, I know where that goes onto. That fits onto the bumper, onto that piece in the back of there that's broken. So that's fine, because we've got a new one of them coming. We've got the sirens on, crash sensors back in, other siren, other crash sensor. I've refit this top panel. This fixes into the grille, I'm guessing, and we've got the air intake back on. That's all done. You've already seen we've done the pyro fuse. So without the washer bottle, I can't put that headlight in, but we could put this one back in, couldn't we? And get that fixed. So let's do that. Let's put that headlight back in and see if we can get that lined up okay. Alright then, so that headlight's back in and solid, so that's good. It is getting on a bit now, and I think I've probably got enough material here for this video now, so I think we're going to call it here. But I will just show you with the bonnet down. I think I told you about these. They're on ductings in. Bonnet goes down, shuts properly. That headlight looks spot on in there now. Really happy with that. So we had an intercooler. I had one sent out. It was damaged. So I've got another one coming from the same place. They promise this time it won't be damaged, so we'll see. Because that's stopping us, finishing the front end now really. In the next video we will strip out this bumper. We will repair these bits, prep that bumper ready for paint. Because as soon as the paint comes really, barring a few bits, as soon as the paint comes we can paint that bumper and pretty much get all the front end put back together then. The driver's airbag turned up today, so I can change that in the next video. And I've left these two skid plates off because we're going to have to give this an oil change at some point. It's definitely not been done for a while. The oil's, you know, not very nice at all. So we'll do that as well, maybe in the next video. Just give it an oil change. So that's going to be it for this video. It's starting to look like a car again now, so that's good progress today. Got quite a few little bits and pieces done. So that's it for this one. Thank you again for watching the videos. Thanks for subscribing to the videos, to the channel, sorry. Obviously if you haven't already subscribed, and I know there's a hell of a lot of you out there that haven't, obviously it's your choice, but I would muchly appreciate it if you did subscribe. It does help with YouTube. If you're a regular watcher and you haven't, it doesn't cost you a penny. Just press that subscribe button and YouTube will promote the videos on the channel more, which helps me create more material basically. So thanks again for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye.